nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so this is mock test 4. If you're here for the first time, we started practicing on the 27th of August. All the sessions are recorded and posted on the YouTube channel. It's called Nearly Danish TV. You can find all the previous sessions under playlists. So click on the playlist and have a look at the playlist for INDFØDSRETSPRØVEN and the playlist for Melbo Escapes Porn. All right. We have 64 days to the test, so we are slowly but surely running out of time. Consistency is more important than perfection. The way you're going to pass this test is if you stay consistent. So consistently practice as much as you can on a daily basis. The secret sauce to passing the test is get familiar with the questions. Make sure you go through all the quizzes more than once until you are consistently scoring 80% and above. Then rinse and repeat. Reading the book becomes easier as you go through the quizzes and vice versa. In the end, you'll be surprised that you know more about Denmark than your home country. That's exactly what happened to me, and that's what's happened to, I'd say, maybe like 1,000 people that have gone through this process. And if you go through this process, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. You're going to know a heck of a lot more about Denmark than your home country, except you're a history student of your country or something. The way you stay consistent is you get your profile to 100%. And if you're here for the first time, a profile will be created for you after this session, but only if you participate in a game. The profile will be created automatically for you. I sent you a video on how to find your profile after the game. All right, time for some recognition. So for the people that have been putting in the work, we all know La La La. La 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 completed 125 quizzes today. Round of applause. Tibor completed 124 quizzes today. Round of applause. Mimi completed 104 quizzes today. Wow! Round of applause. So this is just to inspire the rest of you guys. It is possible, okay? Start putting in the work. All right, enough talk. Let's get to work. Now, join the game. Do you know how to join the game? All right, so the question is about Christelijk Folkeparti. Was created in 1973. And the reason they were created was because they were against abortion. They're called Christendemokraterne now. I don't know if they're not in parliament anymore, are they? But anyways, 41 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
That's a weak spot. All your mistakes will appear on your profile. For all the people that have been here before, I know I sound like a broken record, but you know, that's part of the process. Next one.
Excellent.
All right, only 11 people got that wrong. 122 got it right. Next one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. As predicted, this is a weak spot. St. Hans actually marks, well, supposed to mark the birthday of John the Baptist. St. Hans is on the 23rd of June and is celebrated by bonfires around the country. In any case, a whole bunch of you didn't know the answer to this, so it's 78 people got that wrong.
Bruh.
Get it right next time. Okay, top 5 reshuffle a bit. Next one. All right, it's 52 weeks. Maternity and paternity leave combined with full pay. 31 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Someone fell out of the top 5. Samsung, you can see the Kahoot code. Silver posted it just before you commented, so have a look at that. All right, that was a combo breaker. Next one. You know the answer to this. I hope you guys are beginning to see how you are improving. The more you practice, the more you improve. I'm seeing it in the numbers. So 131 people got this right.
Excellent.
5 people got it wrong. This is a frequently asked question. Next time you see it, please get it right.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, first static top 5 tonight.
Static top 5.
13 people just hit an answer streak of 4.
Great job.
We've got 40 questions to go. Fifty-six people didn't know the answer to this. Mullahoy is in Oost-Jutland. Remember for next time. Okay, top 5. We'll talk about them in the next one. Almost perfect score.
Excellent.
You guys are doing really well. 5 people got that wrong. Please get it right next time. This is an FAQ, a frequently asked question. Okay, top 5. Bloom. Of course, we know who Bloom is. Some people think Bloom is an AI bot. Sonic Farshid. Sonic is a new-ish name. Farshid, we all know who Farshid is. Dan123 and B7. So 3 familiar names, 2 newish names. Let's see if they lost. Hikaru is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job. Oh my! He's on fire!
I think it's a she.
She's on fire.
All right, next one. All right, so you need at least 20,000 signatures to be eligible to be voted, to participate in elections as a political party. 57 people got that wrong. Next one. Okay, top 5 reshuffle. Some of those names are not there anymore. Farshid has risen to the top. Becky right behind him at number 2. B7 now on the podium at number 3. Dan 123 holding that 4th spot. And Bloom fell all the way from number 1 to number 5. Man. What happened?
Emotional damage.
Okay, next one. Uh-oh. Let's see how you guys do on this. All right, so there was what do you call those things? Air bases. It's like an airport in Aalborg that the Germans needed during the Second World War. And well, they got control of it when they invaded Denmark. 55 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
All of this will appear in your profile as usual, so you can fix them. Okay, Bloom is back on the podium at number 3. Dan 123 fell to number 6. B7 number 4, Sonic back in the top 5 at number 5. 15 people just hit an answer streak of 9. Wow! Well done. Still have a bit to go. You've seen this before. Okay, a nice round number. 100 people got that right. And 37 people got it wrong. So this is about the structural reform that happened in 2007. And there were several things that happened. So the number of, the regions were created. The 5 regions were created. The communes were reduced to 98 communes. And also the state took over collecting taxes from the communes. And this question is specifically about the collection of taxes. Usually there's, sometimes they ask about the communes, sometimes they ask about the regions, but it's all about the structural reform that happened in 2007. All right, next one. Uh-oh. All right, so this is definitely a weak spot. So more than half of you got this. Actually, almost exactly half. So 69 people got it wrong and 68 people got it right. Shout out to the people who got this right. So Henrik Pontoppidan won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1917. On the YouTube channel, you can find a video about every single individual in the book. Also, I created quizzes about every single individual in the book. You can find them on your profile. Please practice those. Next one. Okay, Sonic is out. AMG jumped all the way from, I don't know where he was, to number 4. Becky fell to number 5. Shockhole is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
All right, next one. You know the answer to this.
Excellent.
Well done. This is an FAQ. I can see that majority of you got this right. On to the next one. B7 on the come up. Laura is back with an answer streak of 3. We're doing really well today. Well done, man. Well, men and women.
Excellent.
Uh-oh.
This is chapter 5. So Leonora Christina was jailed for, I think it was treason. She was Christian IV's daughter, and she wrote a book about her experience. I've forgotten the name of that book, but this is from chapter 5. Usually there's at least 1 or 2 questions from chapter 5 in every test. 54 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Yes, Yamazmind. Thanks for reminding me. Well, now you know what you don't know. The mistake will show up on your profile, so fix that. Okay, everyone got it right in the top 5.
Excellent.
These guys are elite players. We have a static top 5 as well.
Static top 5.
Nikki's back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. Yes, so the answer is yes. So in Denmark, the sitting king or queen is the only person that doesn't have religious freedom. They have to be a member of the church because they are the leader of the church. And that happened in 16... Actually, no, that was during the Reformation when Christian IV took over the church. Sorry, Christian III. What the heck am I saying, man? Christian III took over the church and made Denmark Protestant. Well, the Danish church Protestant. 21 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Okay, static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
We're almost halfway through. Rose is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
All right, next one. Almost halfway through now. Well, the answer is yes. This is like, you know, it's kind of like a trick question, but yeah. I don't know what 3 peacocks, 4 peacocks is making a comeback with 3 in a row. We have a static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
FAQ alert. Question 23. Let me see if I remember what it is. I'll explain it, Fiona. Yes, so this question is about the Kalmar Union between Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. Norway left in 1523, but sorry, Sweden left in 1523. I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm mixing things up. But anyways, Sweden left in 1523, but Norway and Denmark stayed in the Union up until Denmark lost Norway because of the Napoleon Wars. Jane, thank you for explaining that, so I don't have to. Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I kind of had a feeling that this was going to cause an upset. Yeah, it is tight today. I did that on purpose because you know, it's better that you come and make your mistakes here and find out what you don't know in these sessions. Better you do that here than to do that on the day of the test. Greenland used to be a member of the EU, but they left in 1985. Majority of you got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
That's a big knowledge gap. Now you plugged it up. Now you know it's in 1985. And I think there was one test. I'm not sure what year it was, but the question was, is Greenland a member of the EU? Now, you know, because Denmark is a member of the EU and because Greenland is in Rigsfællesskab, you would think that Greenland is a member of the EU, but they're actually not. Anyways, moving on. Next one. What's going on here? 26 people lost the answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. Okay, we've got Farshid Bloom, B7 Sonic, Toranaga. Never seen that name before. It's nice to see new names in the top 5. What was I gonna say? Can't remember. Moving on.
Uh-oh.
Yes, so Greenland is 2.1 million square kilometers. That's huge. Almost half of you got that wrong. All right, so Bloom has the highest answer streak of 18 correct answers in a row. If I'm not mistaken. Is that a perfect score? I think so, actually.
Perfect score.
Well done. What was I going to say now? Next one. Farshid, what's up? Anyway, so Margaret II became the Queen of Denmark in 1972. So that was the same year that the referendum happened. The referendum to whether or not to join the EU. And a year later, Denmark joined the EU in 1973. How many people got this wrong? 31 people got this wrong. 110 people got this right. Round of applause. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at that. Top 5. Seems like something happened. All right, so yes, Farshid made a mistake and has lost his spot. So Bloom is right back at the top.
Excellent.
So we got Bloom, B7, Sonic, Farshid, and Becky. I actually like it when there's some competition. It's exciting. New Kid is the highest climber, up 9 places. Okay, next one. Since 2010. This is a semi-frequently asked question. Whoa. Wow. So 109 people got this wrong. Oh man. Okay, I feel like I need to say something here. All right. So at these Kahoot sessions, I put you under a bit of pressure. I put you under time pressure. However, in the real test, you have more time. So in these Kahoot sessions, I give you 20 seconds per question. In the real test, you have 1 minute. So please take your time and read the question. Don't be in a hurry. Okay? Read the question slowly, read the answer slowly, and then you go ahead and answer. Don't be in a hurry. Actually, when I took the test in 2019, I was in such a hurry that I failed one question. So please do not be like me. Luckily, I still passed the test, but don't be in a hurry, okay? Take your time, read the question, and then go ahead and answer. I could see that a whole bunch of people just looked and went straight for 2012, but it's about adoption, not marriage. All right, next one. Okay, so not much happened in the top 5. 3 people lost the answer streak of 6. Next one. Right, so Leda Vestergaard Howe is known for slowing down light. She slowed down light, and I think later on she completely stopped it. And if I'm not mistaken, she is a physicist at Harvard, if I'm not mistaken. Please double check everything I say in these sessions because I'm human, I make mistakes. The book is basically the holy grail when it comes to this test. Everything in that book is what you should use to answer for the actual test. I guess I should say this. Sometimes people go to Google instead of the book. Please don't make that mistake. 41 people got that wrong. We've got a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Farshid is not a bot. Farshid is just a very hardworking guy. I think he's told his story here. He was part of the session in summer 2025. I told him register for the test and take it because, bro, you've been consistent. He said he didn't believe my judgment. He didn't trust my judgment. Those are his words. And he found out that if he actually took the test, he would have passed. He only got one question wrong. So this guy's put in a lot of work. All right, next one. You know the answer to this. Let's get an explosion. Man, we were close, eh? Anyways, next one. Static top 5. Ash 3 in a row.
Excellent.
You know the answer to this as well. This is an FAQ asked in a slightly different way. So Denmark lost a third of its territory after it lost the Second Schleswig War. By the way, let me see if I can show you guys this stuff. I started making these documentaries using AI. Where are they? Let me see. Okay, let me just show you this. So I'm systematically working through the book. So if you look on the channel, under playlists, you will see a documentary playlist.
Du designer selv.
Oh gosh. And you can see I'm slowly working from the beginning. There's one about the Schleswig Wars. Wish I could skip these bloody ads.
NearlyDanish.com.
In the mid-19th century, Denmark
blah,
stood
blah.
at a crossroad.
You get the point. So that could help. Have a look at that. Next one. Lemar is back with an answer streak of 3. FAQ as well. All right, well done. 18 people got that wrong. Static top 5. Okay, so this is another weak spot. This is an FAQ asked in a slightly different way. It's asking for more detail. So this is about the Kanzlergeld settlement that happened in 1933. And this was a settlement that was, I think, what's his name? Thorvald Stauning. He was prime minister at the time. And the context for this was the Great Depression. So 1929, stock market crashed in the US and there was a financial crisis in other parts of the world, including Denmark. And the Kanzlergeld settlement brought together the workers and the employers, and there were conditions. So for this question is asking about specifically the conditions for the employers. So they were not allowed to reduce the salaries of the workers, but the workers were also not allowed to go on strike. And there was other things as well. So all those details are actually in the book. But anyways, I can see more than half of you got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. I will be creating a documentary about that later. Okay, what's going on here? Someone fell out. Tibor is in. Tibor is the guy that had 124 quizzes today.
Excellent.
B7 back in the top 5. PG, answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. So during the Enlightenment, science became more and more powerful. 60 people got that wrong. Not too many of you got that wrong, so well done. We have a static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
Next one. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I kind of had a feeling this was going to be another weak spot. There's been quite a few weak spots for you guys tonight. It's better to come and make your mistakes here, okay? Don't feel bad.
Now you know what you don't know.
All right, so it became legal. The pill became legal for women in 1966. And then 7 years later, abortion also became legal. Almost, so 94 people got that wrong. 45 people got it right. Next one. T-Bo is out. Mimi is in. Come on, guys. You know. This is the most frequently asked question. I threw this in there as a bonus. Let's get an explosion. Okay? Come on. We can do this. Come on. Oh, man. Anyways, this is the most frequently asked question in this test. If there is any question that you must know the answer to, it's this. So please get it right next time. 12 people got that wrong. Next one. All right, so this question is about the September settlement from 1899, which was basically the foundation of the so-called Danish model for the labor market. This is an important date, also frequently asked question. Okay, I can see quite a few of you got this wrong, so 69 people to be exact. Almost half of you got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Cassia M back with an answer streak of 3.
She's on fire.
Next one. Another curveball question. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
It's a tough one tonight. It's a tough one tonight. This is in chapter 1. Yeah. Venstre and the Conservative People's Party have been in power for a combined 24 years between 1982 and 2022. Okay, next one. Sonic is number 1. We got Sonic, Bloom, Farshid, 1, 2, 3, B7, and Toranaga back in the top 5. Sonu back with an answer streak of 3. We're getting closer and closer to current affairs, but let's see what happens. All right, so a big part of early Danish literature was written in Latin, and that's because of the influence of the Catholic Church. So Gesterdanorum that was written by Saxo was written in Latin as well. 28 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Gets it right next time. We are slowly but surely getting to current affairs. All right. So fighter jets, Danish fighter jets participated in NATO's operations in Kosovo in 1999. 62 people got that wrong. Get it right next time you see it. All right, Blue is back at number 1, Farshid number 2, Sonic fell to number 3. We talked about this before. Okay, 44 people got this wrong. So this is about the parliamentary principle. And it simply states that there can't be a government if there's a majority against that government in parliament. And this is actually the reason why most of the governments since the end of World War II have been minority governments in Denmark. However, the current government is a majority government. It's made up of the Social Democrats, Venstre, and Moderaterne. All right, next one. Static top 5, Aram making a comeback. All right, second half of the 1800s, so it was around the 1890s. And this is about the co-op movement. All right, last history question before we get to current affairs. You know the answer to this. I've talked about this before. This is a frequently asked question. Right, so there's actually going to be a regional and communal election this November, so in a couple months. And a good way to remember this is 4-4-5. So every 4 years, Folketing elections, every 4 years in November, regional and communal elections, and every 5 years, European Parliament elections. 12 people got that wrong. Get it right next time. Okay, so that was the end of history. We have Bloom, Farshid, Sonic, B7, and Toranaga in the top 5. 7 people reached an answer streak of 8.
Great job.
All right. We're moving to current affairs. I will be discussing the themes of these questions. Okay, so the theme is political parties and their leaders. There is a quiz on your profile, so please practice with that quiz. Static top 5 still.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah. The theme of this is famous dead people. So there's usually a question about someone who has some kind of cultural significance that died recently. He's one of those people that died. There's quite a few people that died between July and now. But anyways, now you know what you don't know. Next one. Mimi. Oh, Mimi. I think Mimi did what, 104, was it? Yeah. Anyways, shout out to Mimi. KHSE is back in the game. Next one. Okay, another weak spot. Yes, so his name is Schmidt. Hope I said that right. He won gold in I think it's some cycling event called Gravel in northern Italy. So the theme here is Danish excellence on the world stage, specifically excellence in sports for this one. What's his name? What's his name again? Vingegaard won the Vuelta something, Espana. And this is another cycling event that was won by a Dane. Because see, this is also a weak spot. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. Okay, Bloom, Sonic, Farshid, Mimi, B7. All right, so the president of France visited Greenland in June, on the 15th of June, and Mette Frederiksen, our prime minister, was also there with him to discuss security. The theme of this is when a president, a prime minister, or a king, some head of state, visits Denmark or one of the members in Rigsfællesskab, and also when the king or the prime minister goes on an official visit to some other country. So that's what the theme here is. All right. Next one. Okay, Bloom has 47 correct answers in a row. What am I saying? Bloom has 39 correct answers in a row. Is this a perfect score? You guys help me out here. Would it is? Bloom, is this a perfect score? Have you failed any questions? Bloom, say something in the chat. Yes? No? Okay, so it's a perfect score. Good. All right, so Bloom is number one. Bloom has a perfect score, and Bloom is on fire. And bear in mind that this is not a particularly easy game, but I'm slowly beginning to believe that Bloom is actually an AI bot. But anyways, Bloom gets this explosion. Well done. Okay, next one. Okay, so recently there was a reshuffle. So the cabinet was reshuffled. What does that mean? Um, the ministers were, moved between ministries. So Ka Dubvel Beck, I'm not sure if I'm saying that name properly, used to be Ulenning's minister, but now he's the employment minister. And some other people were reshuffled as well. The quiz for the government. So the theme here is the government. The government is made up of the prime minister and all the ministers. There is a quiz about that on your profile. That quiz has also been updated. All right. For the people that got this wrong, you can practice with that quiz.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Bloom, Sonic, Farshid, Taranaga, and Mimi. VLI is the highest climber, up 13 places.
Great job.
I think that was the last one, but let's see. Is it? Yes. So now we're in Danish values. This should be a no-brainer. Let's see how you guys do. Oh man, we could have gotten an explosion here. Round of applause. Three in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Right, well done. Remember that the last 5 questions are the Danish values questions, and they are the most important questions in the test. If you fail more than one of those questions, you fail the whole test. It doesn't matter what you score in current affairs and history. We will have a session focused on that, on Danish values, and I will be showing you how to approach the questions. They're pretty simple. Sometimes they could throw people off with the words and stuff, but don't get lost in that. There's a way to approach the questions and it will guide you to the right answer, but we will talk about that. Next one. Static top 5 yet again, almost at the end now. Okay, well done. Over 100 people have been getting these questions right. So now 124, 17 people got that wrong. Next one. Same guys, static top 5. 2 questions left and we're done for tonight. Well done, 127. Okay, so we're moving on to the last question. Consistency over perfection. Consistency over perfection. Remember that. Keep practicing on a daily basis. Someone asked a question about what does vice versa mean? It means and the other way around. Okay? As you do these quizzes, let me give you a bit of a backstory. So basically, when I tried to read the book when I was doing the test, and I couldn't because it was so boring. But then I just focused on doing quizzes. And then I noticed something. As I was doing the quizzes and getting better at the quizzes, the book became easier to read. And as the book became easier to read, the quizzes became easier to take. And that's what I mean by vice versa. So please Just stay consistent and you'll do well in this, okay? Last question. All right, I think 120, like I think consistently the number of people that got the Danish Valleys questions right have been over 120. So shout out to you guys. Round of applause. That was it for tonight. Let's see that podium. Farshid at number 3. Sonic at number 2. And Bloom, of course, at number 1. Toranaga at number 4 and Mimi at 5.
NearlyDanish.com.